Well, it's great. I mean, last year we considered it our opportunity to play in front of the home crowd, just an incredible opportunity for our first NCAA tournament. And then to be able to get it 2 years in a row, I think says a lot not only for the season that our girls had, but also for what the NCAA knows we can put on here. A couple thousand plus in the stands. It was a tremendous night. Texas Tech people, West Texas people in general, love to support Texas Tech teams when we make it to the postseason. So we couldn't be more excited to have this game right here in Lubbock, Texas.
What's it mean for your seniors?
I mean, when we beat Texas to finish the year, I think they thought that was a pretty good send-off for their last, potential home game. But I just had a feeling that wasn't their last home game, and I know they are thrilled, and all their families to be able to come back here again. As a senior, your last game is coming at some point, and to get as many games at home as possible, given the environment we have here, which is one of the best in the country, it makes it all the more special. It's funny, I was watching the freshmen walk out, and I was like, they have no idea. They just come here, and it's like, yeah, we go to the tournament, we host, whatever. And it's just not always been that way. And so we're so proud of our upperclassmen, the ones that have been where we were and now have helped us get here, and now these seniors who, are really reaping the benefits of 4 and sometimes 5 incredible committed years.
Coach, talk about how you feel like the team is emotionally, mentally coming off the Big 12 tournament now.
Well, I think it was, it was a big letdown, and I think that we let all that emotion out. I don't think we were a very enjoyable group to be around for the 24 hours following that loss, and I think that also says a lot for who our girls are. I mean, they are ultra, uber competitive, and it is scary sometimes. I'm glad we only lost 2 games this year because I don't think I could have taken them seeing that more than twice a year. So I think that was good, and today they came and seemed energized and ready to get back to practice. I know they were nervous and excited for the selection show, and now that they know who they're playing and where it is, I think they're ready. Well, certainly they will be if they're not right now.
Do you think the loss helped you prepare for the NCAA tournament?
Tactically, no, and physically, probably not. But, we haven't chased a game all year. I think the most we've been behind was about 90 seconds all season. We gave up a goal against OU, and we scored a minute later. We lost our only other game in the last 2 seconds. So the experience of chasing the game was a good one for us in a sense that we realized that there's a certain level we have to play at or anybody can beat you. And that's not taking anything away from Oklahoma State. They had a great run. But I don't think we played our best in the first half, and that cost us. And so if we learned that lesson, then it was worth it.
Not that you're looking past Minnesota, but intriguing potential matchup in the second round?
Well, historic location for the second round if you get there for sure in Chapel Hill. And, our good friends from College Station or Utah, both of which teams we're very familiar with, will play the winner of us, Minnesota. So, yeah, I think if Minnesota or Texas Tech emerge from this game, they've got a pretty interesting couple games to follow after that.
Coach, can you compare how this team seems going into the tournament this year maybe than last year's team?
I think last year's team was so new and such a kind of an accomplishment, kind of a destination. And I think this team's thoughts have never been to get in. They've been to get in and make a run. And so I think when you've got a team that's been here before that wasn't satisfied last year just going to the second round, I think you've got a group that potentially has the mentality and the maturity to maybe carry it on from there. There's just no real easy games here. I mean, clearly the road they've mapped out for us, it's like big-time game after big-time game. So it's not like we're going to be overlooking anybody.
What can you tell us about Minnesota?
Very athletic, extremely competitive, had some humongous wins this year. I think they beat Penn State, which was in the national championship last year. So you're dealing with a team that's had some really highs, real big highs in their season. I watched them on TV against Iowa State, was really impressed. They look physical, they look strong. All Big Ten teams are kind of battle-tested. They're probably happy to get down here in the Southwest and get out of the cold. So I expect this to be, along with Long Beach and Fullerton and West Virginia, probably the best team to come in here since West Virginia, for sure. And that's why we're gonna have to be at our best if we want to get a result.
And just talking about that, talk about how important it is to start fast against the state.
We've been a fast starting team for sure, but I think with our environment that if we can jump on somebody early here, whether we're leading or not is irrelevant, but if we can just kind of put them on their heels, that's been a trademark of our team, and we'll certainly try to have that happen again on Friday.
Yeah, I mean, personally for me, it's a little bit different because for me, I just really want this for our seniors, and the fact that we couldn't get the Big 12 championship for our seniors was absolutely heartbreaking. But, we had no doubt that we were going to get in the tournament this year, and that was a little bit different than last year. So I think there was a little bit more sense of comfort in that fact, but we had no idea where we were going to be placed. It was absolutely up in the air. I couldn't be more happy with where we are, with the team we're playing. We're at home in front of our own fans. So I think it is more important than last year because it's now, and this is what we're focused on, and I think we have a better team than we did last year and a better chance to go further than we did.
Can you speak on how it feels to be in the NCAA tournament in both years that you're here so far?
Well, it's really special because this team has made history every game we've played this year and last year. So being in the NCAA tournament is really special. We're one out of 64 teams that gets the opportunity to play in the postseason. You know, a lot of teams went home last week and turned in their gear, and we're not one of them, and we couldn't be more thankful for that.
How does the loss in the Big 12 Conference Tournament prepare you for the NCAA Tournament?
You know, it was really hard to lose that game, and, you know, we honestly didn't deserve to win it. So it hurts, and it has propelled us. I mean, we had awesome practice this morning. We're already jumping and ready for Friday. So I think at the end of the day, we're thankful for the loss because it taught us a big lesson. But then again, it did hurt, but it helped us.
Janine, were you guys concerned at all? Because you say you guys were confident you were going to get in the tournament this year, obviously. Were you concerned at all the loss to Oklahoma State might have cost y'all a chance to host?
Yes. Well, we knew for sure that if we would have won the tournament, that it would have looked really, really good for us. But, you know, my thought process through the whole thing is it's okay if we don't host. You have to play the best teams in the hardest places to play in order to get where we want to go. So, you know, if we do get the win on Friday night, we have to go into another very hostile environment and play there. So, you know, we're really lucky to host, but we could get the win in any, you know, venue in the country.
And how important is it going to be to start off fast with this game?
Well, obviously, we learned a big lesson this past weekend because we took it easy in the first half, and it really came back to bite us. So we're going to be jumping from the first whistle. We're going to go as hard as we can for 90 minutes or however long it takes to put the ball in the back of the net and get the win. So couldn't be more important, and that is the thing that we're focusing on, that we will continue to focus on until this journey's over.
It's a nice feeling to see our name called, even though we didn't really see it. We kind of just heard about it. But no, it's exciting. Minnesota's a good side, but we'll do some research and see if we can take them down on Friday night.
How's it feel to host the first round?
It's exciting. We had the pleasure of doing that last year as well, and we managed to put on a good show, so hopefully we can do the same this year.
In the room back there, you seem like you were a little choked up. Can you tell us why?
Because the computer froze, and I didn't know when we were going to get drawn. So that's why, yeah.
How much does hosting last year kind of help you guys confidence-wise going into this one?
Yeah, you know, we had a taste of it last year. We managed to pull through on the first round, but this year's a new year. We play a completely different team. We're a different team this year, so it's a familiar environment to us. We don't have to travel, which is nice. But yeah, we'll just treat it like any other game and try and come up with a win.
What's it mean to get one more home game?
It's nice. As a senior, I was dying to have this one final game at home. You know, so I know the team is excited for it as well, and I'm hoping we can come up with a win. Yeah.
What did you see from the team at the Big 12 in Kansas City over the weekend that you think you need to get better at to make a push in the tournament, and what did you like about the play as well?
You know, I think we played a good game against TCU. Oklahoma State was a little bit rough. We were a bit slow coming out in the first 45, and we paid for that. We did pay a deep price for that. So instead, you know, we played a great second half. I think we fought the whole time. So we can take two lessons from that game. We saw how bad we can get and how good we can get. So hopefully we'll learn from that lesson we learned and not pay that price again.
How important it is going to be able to start fast in this tournament?
Yeah, I think we learned that last week. Minnesota better watch out because we'll be ready to go from the whistle.